Hey, so if you watching this video, that means you done already watched parts 1 and part 2. Now in part 3 we gonna go into the construction of the wig, how to put all of your hard work together to make the perfect wig, girl. Yes. With the spandex dome cap that I got from my local beauty supply for about $2. And what I'm gonna do here is go ahead and place that thing on my. So now, sis, we got this beautiful bleached, plucked frontal, and we're about to go ahead and place it on our head to where we need it to be. So for me, my sideburns come up a little bit further than most, so I have to pull that part, I have to pull that part, closest to the front, and then we have it. And so now you want to go in with the pencil. I prefer to use the white one, but I didn't have a white one, so I used this one. It don't matter. It's pink. I love pink. So anyway, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and make 3 marks on this wig cap and on the frontal that show you, where it was laying. So I couldn't really see. Bear with me, but you get the gist of what I'm doing. And as you can see, and so we're gonna go ahead and make 2 on the side and then 1 on the front so that we know how far up to bring our frontal. So you should have a total of 3 marks on your wig cap, 1, 2, and 3, and then you should have a total of 3 marks on your frontal that match up to those marks on the wig that we will later put to use. I hope this is all making sense. You will see in a few what we got going, sis. So now we're going to go ahead and take the wig cap off our head and then go ahead and place it on the mannequin so that we can get it ready to, so that we can, line up those marks that we just made, and so that we can make sure that the frontal is laying correctly and is sewn down correctly. So go ahead and take the frontal and then place it exactly where those marks are, and go ahead and place your T-pin in that area to secure it. And sis, let me tell you, you got a custom made wig that's gonna fit for your hairline. Yep, your hairline, nobody else's. Like, that's major key right there. And I just gave y'all some bomb teeth. Bow. So if your frontal looks all loose and baggy in the front, that is perfect. That is perfect. As long as it's laying flat on the back side, the front needs to look like this. It needs to. So what I did here is I went ahead and parted the frontal down the middle, and then you want to put 2 braids, twists. It don't matter. Make sure the hair is out the way because we're gonna get ready to sew the front here. So what we're gonna use is needle and thread, scissors of course. And I use a curved needle. Curved needles really get down in there, and they are so extremely more easier to use than a straight needle. So I went ahead and used those. And so what you're gonna do here, this is another tea party up in this BI. This is another tea for y'all to not go through, the full band on this part. As you can see, I'm only poking the needle through the top portion of the wig, because this, especially during this little part right here, only go through the top part. And so because this is the end of the wig, I went ahead and like double, triple, quadruple, octagonal stitched this part to make sure that it does not come undone, because this is like, that's really the first part that does. So you really want to make sure that you are doing it right. So once you have that part complete, you're going to go ahead and just sew the rest of the frontal down. And as you can see, I'm using a super neat stitching method, and it looks super neat across the whole part of the wig because you the best. And we're going to go ahead and pin the wig cap down because if you don't, it's all floppy and stuff. So we don't want that, sis. So for this wig, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get ready to sew on the tracks. So you're gonna go ahead and place your, put your needle through the track first, And I am double wefting mine because I am super lazy and I just wanted to get it done. But once you have it through a total of 2 tracks, since I'm double tracking it, or 1, you want to go ahead and place that thing right up on the frontal. And I mean like right up where they meet. And then you're going to go ahead and do a smiley face pattern. And then as you get closer to the top, it's going to be less, it's going to be still a smiley face, but a little bit different. And I did cut my tracks here because I wanted it to lay flat, but this is completely optional and you don't have to do that. You do not have to do what you don't want to do, but girl, this is how I did it. So again, going in with the smiley face, stitching until you have made it to the top, and then I'm going to show you what to do next. Okay sis, so now you at this point, you have reached the end of your smiley faces. Now you're gonna go in with that same pencil, different color pencil, shh, it don't matter, but we're gonna go in and draw where it is on this wig cap, that the tracks need to be going. I'm more of a visual person. This is totally optional, but I've done this before without these lines and it kind of jacked me up. So I'm telling you, this other tea, like I said, we at the Boston Tea Party. So I wanted to drop this gem on y'all and show y'all that this is what it is. Once you have those lines marked on the wig, then you can go ahead and sew right on those tracks all the way up to the end, girl. And there you have it. And there you have it, a finished wig. Yes, isn't she cute? So you do have this extra part here. What you're gonna do with this is go ahead and cut that off. Make sure that you do not cut what you just sewed because it's gonna suck having to sew that back on, girl. I don't want to have to make a tutorial on that for y'all. But make sure you save this part right here because this is gonna act like your elastic band. I did not have time to film that part, but let me know if you guys want me to show you how I sew that on to my wig, because I will, you know, I had no problem doing that. But go ahead, boom boom, isn't it cute? Alright, so here is the wig here. I figured I would show you guys what it looks like. I did dye this hair jet black because that's more the feel that I wanted. I didn't want that brown look. So it is kind of still wet in this video. I do apologize. But as you can see here, the sideburns match perfectly. And I did go ahead and cut off a little bit of the lace just so that it matches my hairline. And I probably have to go ahead and cut some more because it was a little bit long. But here, how we gonna cut this lace to make sure that we don't jack nothing up because we spent so much hard time on this, is you're gonna go in with that same pencil and kind of cut. If this makes sense, I didn't cut right up on where the baby hair started. I cut a little bit, I'm making that line a little bit before so that when I cut it, I have a little bit of bare lace. So that I can, you know, go ahead and gel my baby hairs and things down so that, you know, the baby hair swooped is not on my forehead but rather on the lace, if that makes sense. So here you can kind of still see it, but it did wipe off later. I promise. I had to go in with some water and get that going. But as you can see here, sis, this came out super cute. I love this wig. I love the frontal. Like everything came out exactly how I wanted it to. And like that, can we talk about this frontal though? Like super natural looking and super my color, and like I just absolutely loved it. I did think I over plucked it a little bit, but like I said, to each his own. If this is how you wear your frontals, then so be it. And as you can see, it is bleached all the way through, sis. Let me know if you guys have any tips, suggestions, tricks, anything. Leave it down in the comments box and I will get right back at you, girl. Holla!